Ice can be a pretty difficult problem on a residential driveway. It snows a little bit, you don't get it all cleared off, and then you're driving over it, it compresses, the snow melts a little bit, then it refreezes. Now you've got slippery ice, then it snows again. You can't really clear it all off with your snowblower because there's a thick layer of ice underneath it. So, how to get it off? This is a air scraper. This has a 4-inch angled blade, angled right there, attached to a long pneumatic stem that hooks up to an air hose, and it's got a on and off lever here. So these are actually used in construction, or actually deconstruction, to remove tile or paint from floors. And what it does is it uses compressed air. It basically hammers this chisel really fast and oscillates it. You can see there's a spring right here. So not only is it sharp, and this thing is also heavy. I think it's 17 pounds or something like that. Anyway, so you hook this up to an air compressor. You are supposed to use one that is 16 standard cubic feet per minute, I think is what that is. It's just a measure of how fast and how much air is coming out at 90 psi. But I will tell you, the little air compressor that I am using here from Greenworks, which is battery, it's only a half gallon in capacity, and it's only 0.7 SCFM. It does get to 90 psi though. This thing is too small. Just get like a regular pneumatic hose here. You need a threaded form on this side, and then it screws into the receptacle here. I'm sure it's stronger and probably faster with the appropriately sized air compressor. So let me show you how it works. So I would say that actually worked pretty well. I was surprised. I was surprised by, the first thing I was surprised by that how well this thing actually scrapes up the ice, even without the pneumatic anything. Just scraping this thing along the ground, it was picking up the ice. And then when there were some areas where the ice was a little bit too stuck, it may have helped that it was a little bit warmer. It might have gotten above freezing today, I'm not sure. But even when I tested it before, like, I was surprised, like, oh, you don't actually need something pneumatic, you just need something heavy with a metal scraper, and it really gets under the ice well. So that's one thing. I mean, you can get just regular ice scrapers, and if you get you know, a nice heavy one, you don't necessarily need a pneumatic thing. But if you already have one of these, it works. Or the other thing is that, like, sometimes you can't get quite under the ice with this. And then you just activate the pneumatic part. And it just hammers right under there, starts the cracking again, and then you just go for it. So it was pretty cool to be able to use it. It doesn't do like a large area very quickly. You know, most of the time you're just trying to hammer out the areas where your tires compressed the snow and it became ice. So, and then a couple of things, if you're really going to be using this, you definitely need a bigger air compressor than what I have. Compressor requirements, 1 to 6 gallon is not recommended, it's too small. I have a half gallon. 7 to 29 gallons is intermittent. And then if you want to be just like cranking this thing and using it continuously, a 30 plus gallon is what you would need. So, I don't know, I think you could use this, do pretty well with just a, you know, somewhere between a 7 and a 29 gallon air compressor. It's not like you're going to be using this all day. And again, I was surprised that I didn't need it continuously. So if you're only using it like for the really difficult areas, you definitely don't need like a massive air compressor tank. So again, this one is made by Central Pneumatic. There is another one that competes with this, and I can't remember what it is. But I got this one from Harbor Freight. Right now, I think they're about $120. Sometimes they go on sale though. And then the other one is on Amazon. I'll have a link to that with an Amazon associate link in the comments if you want to just get it from there. But yeah, it was quite an adventure, and I mean, it's effective. If you've got ice and you really want to make sure that you can get rid of it, you know, just get one of these things. It's a long vertical pole, so it's easy to store in a closet or a tool shed or something like that. Again, it is heavy, so you do want to make sure. I mean, if you can operate like a 2-stage blower or something like that, then you can operate one of these. But yeah, you don't want to, you know, you want to make sure your back can handle it or something. But you know, having said that, I mean, my 7-year-old could use it just fine on the driveway. It was, you know, you hardly have to push at all. Again, because of the weight that just like makes the ice crack, or if it's actually activated, you know, it just kind of gets right under that ice and takes it up. So there you go. Using an air scraper to remove ice from a driveway.